Hi, good morning everyone. This is John Corley at Plant Based Life here with another video, and today's topic I'm going to talk about is dealing with back pain. So something that I see very regularly with many of my clients is lower back pain, or even upper thoracic or cervical spine back pain. Okay, so but it's generally most common in the lower back, around the lumbar region, and the underlying cause I usually find is that basically people aren't engaging their glutes, especially their glute medius, but all the glute muscles are of prime importance in stabilising your back, and then obviously tight hamstrings and just really bad posture from sitting down and compressing the vertebrae for long periods of time. Sitting is a major issue for everybody in the Western world, all over the world, but especially in the Western world where we do a lot of office work and a lot of driving and sitting on trains and whatever else, but we're sitting down a lot more than humans are supposed to. We were never designed to sit down for these lengths of time. Now obviously these aren't always the underlying reason why people have back pain. There can be other physiological reasons. They could have had health conditions, could have had accidents, that caused and there's different types of things. There's bulging discs, there's degenerating discs, there's different types of issues, right? So everybody's case can be slightly unique, but how you tackle each case can be slightly different as well, obviously, depending on the severity of the case and everything else. But here's some tips anyway, some quick tips that I would give to anybody who's suffering with a lower back pain predominantly, because I've had lower back pain myself and I've had many clients who have it as well. Now regardless of the cause, the one thing that's always going to benefit anybody is to do more movement. Okay, so even if the pain is so bad that you can't move around too much, you can do walking, or you could walk in water in a swimming pool to really reduce the pressure on the joints. But most importantly, you want to bring in exercises into your routine. Walking is awesome. Walking is a very good movement. You want to bring in exercises that will help stabilise and strengthen your core, which will basically support your back extensors, which are the muscles that go along either side of this spine, all the way up. They're a collection of muscles down in the lumbar that go up along each side of the spine that basically support your spine. Okay, now this area needs good support in stabilising muscles around it to help support that. So you want to be looking at having strong core. You want to be looking at your glutes, glute medius, and all your glute muscles, maximus and minimus. They're all important in stabilising this area. And also, if you've got tight hamstrings from sitting down a lot, you want to loosen them up, do stretches to loosen them up. So I honestly can't say enough about the benefits of doing good functional movement training and Pilates. Now Pilates, there's certain exercises in Pilates that you can't do if you've got lumbar spine issues. You've got to be careful of too much flexion of the spine and things, but it really does depend. Every case is individual, okay? But Pilates is awesome, and if you work with a really good Pilates instructor, they can evaluate your posture from a movement perspective and a static posture perspective, and then give you the exercises that you need. I can't give Pilates enough praise. And one other thing I will mention as well in regards to lower back pain is very, very, very important. And a lot of people aren't aware of this. A lot of health practitioners won't tell you about this, but you want to keep your body hydrated. The reason for this is there's spinal fluid, cerebral fluid, that goes between the vertebrae in the spine, and when we don't have enough water in our system, that fluid cannot move around properly. It's just not there. It's not lubricating the vertebrae enough. So when you do get pain, or when you do move, you're not moving in a good movement because your body's not hydrated, and you want to be doing a lot of rotation type movements. And even though the lumbar is designed to bend forward and back, you do also want to be doing some side stretches for your obliques and things like this. Okay, but again, depending on your issue, if you've got lumbar issues, some of these exercises may not be suitable. It's a case by case basis. Okay, but going back to the hydration now. One thing I learned when I did an extended juice feast last year is that when you get a lot of your water from fruits and vegetables, it's constituted in such a way that we can absorb it into our bodies a lot better. and you can get closer to that 70%, which is what humans need to be at for optimal hydration in their body, and very few people are. Most people are sitting around 40% that I meet, you know. So, and once you get it up there, you'll find that you don't, you know, you move a lot freer. And I didn't have any back pain, you know, and I still, touch wood, don't have too much these days, you know, while I keep my water content high and do the right stretches and movement on a daily basis. Okay, so they're my tips. I mean, there's a lot more information I've got on this. I'll be doing more videos on back pain because I could talk about it forever. There's so many tips, but I want to keep this reasonably short, this video. So they're my initial tips. So get into functional movement and Pilates and start doing some, you know, slow walking, do some stretches for your hamstrings, start strengthening your glutes, strengthening your core. Make sure, you know, because when you do Pilates, you'll have your pelvic floor and your transverse abdominis switched on, which is like a corset that goes around your middle there. Very important for stabilizing the spine. So they're my tips for today. Okay, make sure you incorporate them, improve your back pain and start moving freely and start living again. Okay, so if you want any more info from us, get in contact with us, www.plantbasedlife.com.au, and get more peace, plants and movement in your life.